People. Today we're doing something that I don't do very often. We're looking at 3 pedals at the same time. And this might look like I'm being paid by Universal Audio, and therefore I'm also using the line as my amp. I am being paid by Universal Audio, but I'm using the line as my amp because it makes sense. I freaking love it. And I could run it into tube amps. It'll be the same sound. It'll be as good. So I'm not doing that. I'm using the line because on the table in a stereo and it's cool. The pedals are mono. So these are the more simple UA pedals, and they were released. They were released along with the line. Difficult to speak, and they cover some things that were just missing in the lineup. Here they are. The LA2A. Leslie, you need to step that down. That's too bright.
Yeah, do you know why? Because I did that before you turned the light on. Then you turned the light on and messed up my settings.
Thank you. I love the woman. LA2A, that is honestly my go-to compressor in plugin form. Before I actually go to the 1176, I use that on vocals. I use that on bass. I use that for room on drums. I mean, it is because it's so simple. It's peak. That's your threshold. Compress till it compresses quite a bit. Crank up the gain. You're done. Leave it in comp mode. It can't be easier. This is the ultimate fat maker compressor. It's not to get your transient spiky or whatever. It's to tame your general level, squish that down a bit, and get it up. And by getting the level up, well, after you squished it down and tamed it, what happens is everything will be more longer sustain, but also just more signal, which means it is the fat maker, which is why it's so great for room drums, for overheads. I love it for vocals. And again, on bass, it's the only thing I use. Now we're going to use it for guitar. It is great. It has on the back a thing. Recovery, faster or slower. There's a little switch there. There's, of course, also the 9-volt input, in and out, and bypass can be true or buffered. I'm going to keep all of them in buffered, but if you want it true, it can do that. They are digital pedals. And on the sides, they have USB-C, but that's really only for, I think, registering and firmware updates. So you really use that. You can't program anything. Yeah, that's really it for the LA2A. You can, of course, do parallel compression, which for bass makes sense, I think. I have it over here. I don't think the original can do that. So you got how much is it compressing, adjust the gain, and you have a limiter mode where the ratio is higher. Easy. Brigade is the CE2 chorus. They once had a licensing deal, I think, with Boss, and had an actual replica of that as software. Then the licensing deal kind of ran out. They changed it from Boss CE2 to Brigade. It's still kind of the same algorithm, and now that beautiful algorithm is in the pedal. It's a very simple compressor where you can't do much. In a compressor, it's a very simple chorus where you can't do much. You switch to the chorus, it can't even do rate. You'll do depth, how much, and then how loud. That's it. But it's got one sound. More or less of it. Does it sound good? Yeah. So why else would you need anything else? In vibrato mode, you can have speed choices. I'm moving these around unless he's going to yell at me. So, that's it. And in the back, you can determine, of course, true or buffered bypass, all the same controls. And the little switch turns the preamp on or off. And the preamp is always on for the chorus signal, but for your dry signal, you can also apply the preamp. We're going to hear what that sounds like. Right now, it's in off position. That is it. And then we got the flow, which is a tremolo. And I love that they have the Dharma setting in there. That is a harmonic tremolo where you have some swooshy whooshies. And together with the Brigade, I just found out it is nice. It is. So you got speed, depth, and then overall volume, of course. In 65, it's a tremolo from a traditional Fender-y kind of an amp. And then in square, it's a more aggressive setting from a vintage-y kind of amp. Three different kind of flavors of tremolo for those who need tremolo. If you wanted to tap it in a certain speed, you switch the little flicky switch in the back. There's always, of course, true and something bypass, so I flip that over. Now you can see that the light is flashing, and I can still turn it on and off. Wait, can I? Yeah, by holding it in longer. See? Come on. So you turn it off and on by holding it in longer. But now I can tap it. Works beautiful. Let's keep it that way. That way you can see the speed. My setup. Green pedal from some company that kind of makes sense for certain things. That's going into the LA2A. That's going into the Brigade. That's going into the flow. That flow makes sense, huh? That's going out into the Lion, which is a kind of a Marshall-y plexi thing. And that's going stereo. I mean, really just the room is stereo. Into the X4. And this is a love fest for Universal Audio. And it's not because they're paying for this video. It's because it's good shit. If you see me using something, that's good shit. Or I get paid for it. You make the decision. By the way, also, Troop Screamer pillow. You might want to get that. Use my links to Thomann. Type in Troop Screamer pillow. Or TS Maxi 001 or something like this. And get yourself one while they're hot and available. Very limited numbers. This is my STS, Sound Through Sustainability. Okita with a walnut neck. Everything sourced and built in Germany. All the hardware as well. Pickups as well. Häusl. It's a cool thing that they're doing to keep things with short travel and not getting wood and stuff from overseas. It's a beautiful guitar. It clocks in at money quite a bit. But I mean, just look at it. These are actual sound holes because it's a semi-hollow. It stops here. So this is hollow. It's a beautiful instrument. And I thought for this video, it makes sense. So here's everything off into pretty much just going through into the line. Okay, we're going to compress with the LA2A, and just know this is a fat maker. You can see I have the level, the makeup gain, quite a bit down because you can add quite a bit. It does fatten. Let's do sustain. Of course, you can see based on the light whether it's still compressing and doesn't go into green. Now it's into green. It holds for quite a while, meaning once the level goes below the threshold, it still keeps the level in compression up for massive sustainies. So now we're above. Okay, here we go. Maybe it's not really fair because the Okita compresses by itself and has amazing sustain. So maybe stupid guitar to do that with. You can hear major difference. So yeah, really, let's get this up a little bit more here. Oh, and of course, we gotta crank up the mix. Yeah, so massive fatness added to the tone, beautiful four leads, and again, all the stuff I mentioned before. Absolutely, you don't even need makeup gain on this. You can really push it quite a bit. I can of course flip in the back and change it to a faster release, or is it now slower? Who knows? Still takes quite a while to go green, right? Long hold time. Okay, with the Tube Screamer, or without, with the Tube Screamer, but without the Tele. The LA2A is the more maker, and it's beautiful at that. If you want something where you can control your transient, your attack, and all that stuff, you need an 1176 or others. But you want more and thicker and juicier. That's what you're getting. I'm thinking, let's see, with a limiter. God, how it sings. I'm sorry, I would keep that on. That's what I'm saying. The Brigade is a chorus. And that is pretty much what it does. And not a lot more than that. But that is nice. Nice. More. That's really just the preamp of the pedal. Let's see what happens if I get the depth down. We turn the preamp on for the dry signal 2 in the back. Here we go. Oh, now it switches to purple. Whoa! That is the chorus. Yep. Let's be fair. Get the line cleaner. Right now, I'm driving this with a compressor and a chorus. There's no drive involved. Let's kick in the green thing. Vibrato now has speed. I'm having fun. Keep it in chorus. Tremolo, flow, harmonic. I mean, that's really all you need to know. Here we got the 65 based on the Fender thing. And square. I'm going to combine now. We got harmonic tremolo. We got chorus. We got compression. Fun and relatively quiet. I mean, I have a gate on in the Lion, so that might help, but not a single sound, and that's the great thing, that I dialed in was unusable. That's a lot to say. Everything on the Flow sounded good. Everything on the Brigade, which isn't much, but I mean, what it does really well. Everything on the LA2A sounded great. And in combination, who would use a tube screamer into a compressor, into a chorus, into a harmonic tremolo and think that you can get inspired by it? Not this guy, but I did. And if you think I said this because they're paying me, you're on the wrong channel. That's not what I do here. You're not going to buy all three. You might be interested in one, but as always, Universal Audio nails the classic sounds. They're not into the modern shit. They nail the classic-y stuff to a T, and these do a great job at being very simple, to the point tools that you can use to get compression, who would have thought, chorus vibrato, and tremoloing. I'll link below. I also linked them with the shirts below. I don't make any money on these, but you always ask, where can I buy the shirts? At MrGugu.com, links below. There's also a coupon code for you guys. What I get is shirts. That's fine. And you also get shirts if you buy them. Also buy the Tube Screamer pillow, Thomann somewhere. Thanks for watching. Links below and animals at the end.
In the day, there's an oddity in my way. I don't seem to care for what I did before. Playing tennis in a thunderstorm, sipping gin till the break of dawn. Yeah, I'm on a